Hey everyone, stay tuned. We're about to start our 2021 Smail Honda Virtual Auto Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Honda Auto Show presented by Smail Honda in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Today we'll be connecting you directly to our showroom floor with a trained product specialist and a live cameraman. We will answer all your questions and perform live demonstrations on your favorite Honda vehicles. Without any further ado, let's start the broadcast with your hostess, Taylor Smail.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Smail Honda Virtual Auto Show. My name's Taylor, and I'm going to be coming along with you guys this morning as we check out all the cool things that Honda has in store for us. Just a quick reminder before we get started, don't forget to go ahead and like this video and share it. We are live, so we want to answer your questions in real time and show you guys everything that it is that you want to see. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our product specialists. We have Jordan Richards and Justin Thompson joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys this morning?
Good.
How are you?
Pretty good. Are we all pumped? We all have our coffee?
Pumped up.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I was going to say, we could go ahead and get to it. Jordan, I know you love the Passport. Do we want to start there?
Yes, I do. I'm very partial to the Passport. So without further ado, we can get right into it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the Passport, this is slowly becoming a more popular vehicle for Honda. There are still customers out there that don't know that the Passport exists. It came out in 2018. It's one of the two bigger SUVs, kind of comparable to the Pilot. The difference is, though, that instead of having a third row, the Passport has an amazing cargo space in the back. So you don't have as many seats, but you do have a lot of room to carry, whatever it is that you need in your life. So this is slowly becoming really popular for people who, have their kids play sports, or, they even have a lot of groceries, things like that. Look at the cargo room in it. It's awesome.
That's huge.
Yeah, there's even a little cubby hole in there that you can use. Like, say you go get groceries and you only get a couple things, you can put them in there so that they aren't. Oh, we have our floor mat, our floor mat demo. So you can just put a couple things in there so everything's not flying around, in your trunk. You can kind of contain them. It does have an auto tailgate, so if your hands are full, hit that button and it will, go up or down for you. The middle row, the back row, I guess you would say, has a lot of room in it. That row is on tracks, so you can move the seats forward and backward slightly, if someone needs a little bit more leg room, or if you need a little bit of cargo room, which is pretty unique for an SUV like that, that you can kind of customize the back seat a little bit.
That back seat does look very comfortable and spacious.
Yeah, it is really nice. And even in, some of the higher trim lines, you can even get heated back seats in it. So, if you care about your passengers being nice and toasty, you do have that option as well.
Yep. Nice.
The leather, I was to say the color of this vehicle from the outside and the inside, what's the coloring of it?
So it is the Basque red. Is that what that color is?
That might be the deep scarlet red is what they're going to call it on the Passport. Yeah.
Yes, deep scarlet red with the beige interior. So with the beige leather interior. It's a really nice combo. People like that a lot.
I'll say I really like the interior.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Is that the Greystone interior?
Is it gray or beige?
It's tough to tell from the camera.
I know.
I don't know if Brian's able to let us know. It looks like it's gray.
So it's a gray interior. Sorry.
Yep. Oh, it's okay.
And you can see the middle seat is flipped down. So you have 2 cup holders in there, but you also have 2 in each door. So you have 6 cup holders total in the back of the Passport. So that's really nice. If you have kids and they have water and a sippy cup, or if you go to Starbucks like me and you get 2 drinks because you can't decide, you have lots of places to put them.
Yeah, and the Passport has the same engine as the Pilot does. So that's the nice thing about the Passport bringing it out with Honda. Am I right, Jordan, in saying that it was kind of like a marriage between the two, the CRV and the Pilot? So people wanted, something that was still a 5-passenger, had more power, had the V6 engine, and didn't have the third row. So that's what the Passport really offers.
Yeah, it's awesome. There's a lot of times whenever I'll have a customer, I'm sure it's the same for you, and they come in and they're like, oh, I want to look at the Pilot. And I'm like, okay, do you have like kids or grandkids that people are going to be in that third row? And they're like, well, no, not really. I just want a bigger SUV. And then I'm like, have you ever seen the Passport? And they're like, no, what's the Passport? And I'm like, it's amazing. If, you don't have to worry about putting that back seat down because you already have the cargo space there and the back seat as well. So it works out well for a lot of people that, just don't need that third row.
That happened with my girlfriend's friend came in and she wanted to look at a Pilot. It's the exact same thing that you just said. And she left with the Passport after I showed her. So people were seeing the value of the Passport. It's really an awesome car.
Oh, yeah, definitely. A lot of the cool features that Brian is pointing out up there, the Passport and Pilot both do offer the button shifters. So that's cool. It's like a really modern touch. A lot of people, when they get in, they're not, expecting that, whether they are expecting the shifter to be up on the steering column or, just a regular shifting knob. It's really cool that it's kind of more modern and has the buttons to shift. You also have some different modes, as you can see that button below drive. So that's like the rough condition mode. So you have mud, snow, and sand. Now, obviously, I've never tested out mud or sand where we live, but I've definitely got a lot of use out of the snow mode. The Passport does have a little bit higher ground clearance, so this vehicle is amazing in the snow.
Yep.
And it also has that awesome center console. A lot of cars nowadays don't really have a center console like that, but it's really nice in the Passport that you have all that space. So whether you need to keep your stuff in there, your purse, stuff for your kids, whatever the case may be,
wow, that's really deep.
Yeah, it's really nice. So if you're like storage to hide your junk, there you go.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, that's mostly what I use mine for. It's like I need a lot of storage.
Yeah, get it out of sight, out of mind. Just hide it in there.
Yeah, that push button transmission does free up a lot of room inside of the cabin too. So
yeah, it does. You don't have something that you're like bumping your arm into or whatever. It is really nice to just have that nice flat area. Yep. So you can kind of see some detail on the seats there. The Passport does offer both heated and air conditioning seats, just depending on which trim you go to. So if you do the Elite, you can have the seats that cool you. So that's really nice, especially, in a leather vehicle. You don't get where you stick to the seat. You can air yourself out a little bit.
Going back to the entertainment system. So does that have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well?
It does. So it is compatible with both. The Passport, the trims for that go Sport, EXL, Touring, and then Elite. And they all are Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatible. So they all have the bigger screen, the touch screen. So you're able to use your maps, texting, calling, contacts, which is really nice because the Touring and the Elite, they do have the navigation built in, but, sometimes people just prefer to use Waze or Google Maps or something, and you can stream that right through your phone with your charger cord. Super simple.
It looks like Jeffy, we have a question. He says, always curious, what happens if you accidentally spill liquid over the button shift? Any seals built in to avoid going through? That's actually a really good question.
That is a good question. Justin, do you happen to know the answer to that?
That is a good question. I really don't know the answer to that. That is, I've never actually had that question asked. So here's what I think, and we can find out for sure. I think that it is sealed. I think that Honda and the industry has really, kind of probably had that thought in their mind, what's going to happen if something spills on here. I would think that it's sealed, but you know what? It's covered under the manufacturer's warranty. If anything did happen or, anything did spill down there and it was, keeping from pressing the button, whatever, it's something that the dealership can take a look at. And, it would, again, if it does mess anything up with that, which I highly doubt it would be covered.
Good point. Very true.
Yep. Yep.
Good question.
Now I know in my car I have an Accord, and I have the brake hold button is a push button, and I've spilt stuff in there before, and I've cleaned it out the best I could. Kind of got an air can or whatever and sprayed it and cleaned it the best that I could, and I haven't had an issue with that button. So I would figure if I spilled something in there, I would definitely have an issue by now, and I don't.
Yeah, very true. I mean, Honda is a great brand, for families and things. So I'm sure they're probably prepared for spills and things of that nature. So I would also think that it's probably okay.
Mm-hmm. And then we have another question from John. He asks, is the moonroof standard in the higher trims, or can you order one without a moonroof installed?
So if you do the Passport Sport, that one, correct, Justin, does not have a moonroof.
The Passport Sport, what adds the moonroof, you're going to get in the, I'm sorry, let me think here. I think it's the EXL that you're going to add the moonroof.
Yeah, so if you did the Sport,
and above,
wouldn't have one, and you wouldn't have to worry about that. I know not everyone is a fan of having a moon sunroof, so the Sport is an option, if that's not something that you want to have.
And you cannot have it added after or taken off. So it's not like a manufacturer where you can order something from the factory. Honda comes from the factory already the way it is. So, every EX model, every EXL model, the Sport model, for instance, for the Passport, they're going to be the same here as they are in Arizona,
Correct. Yep.
Justin, just to ask you a question, you said, so the Passport is the marriage, did you say the Pilot and the CRV?
Good, thank you. I'm sorry, I had some.
No, you're okay. Did you say it was the marriage of the Pilot and the CRV?
Yes, the Passport. Yeah, I think the CRV and the Pilot together, it kind of combines the size of the CRV, a little bit bigger, obviously, with the transmission and engine of a Pilot.
I was going to say, if anyone has any more questions about the Passport, we'll let them come in. We're going to be moving over to the Pilot, but since we're talking about the marriage of the two, we have a video of the Honda CRV we'll throw up right now to show the marriage that you were talking about.
Beautiful
Justin
marriage.
Thompson with Smail Honda in Greensburg, PA, here to take you on a virtual tour of the 2021 Honda CRV Touring all-wheel drive. The 21 CRV Touring, this is the crystal black pearl exterior with the black leather interior of the vehicle. New with the 21 Honda CRV, they have upgraded the headlights of the vehicle, the front fascia of the grille a bit. We have the hands-free access power tailgate. You have the wireless phone charger in the Touring model, along with the 19-inch alloy wheels with the heated steering wheel at the inside. You also have the LED headlights with the auto on-off function, Honda satellite link navigation system with the turn-by-turn directions, roof rail standard, the 330 watt premium audio system with 9 speakers, dual chrome exhaust finishers, the ambient lighting, and the rain sensing windshield wipers. The Honda CRVs are standard with a 1.5 liter turbo engine that's 190 horsepower with a continuous variable transmission as well. You also have the all-wheel drive system and all of the trim lines of the CRV. As far as the safety features are concerned, you do have Honda sensing that is standard with the Touring model. In fact, it's standard on all of the CRVs. You have adaptive cruise control, forward collision brake mitigation system, lane keep assist system, and your road departure mitigation system. Also, with the Touring model, you do have blind spot monitoring on both sides of the vehicle, and that would be indicators on the outside of each side mirror. The all-wheel drive system of the Honda CRV is distributed as it's needed. There are no buttons that you have to push for the all-wheel drive system. As soon as your wheels start to slip, it'll automatically engage in the all-wheel drive for you. The great thing about Honda's all-wheel drive system, unlike some of the manufacturers, competitors out there, all 4 wheels are not the drive wheels, meaning that it will distribute the power where it's needed. So on a dry day where you don't need all-wheel drive, it'll mainly drive as if it was a front-wheel drive vehicle. And again, as soon as your wheels slip, it'll automatically engage in the all-wheel drive for you. This helps on wear of tires and also on fuel efficiency as well. The warranty on the new Hondas, you have a 3-year, 36,000-mile comprehensive warranty, which takes care of all the electronics, internal features of the vehicle. You also have a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty, which covers the major driving components of the vehicle, your engine, drivetrain, transmission, and all-wheel drive system. If you have any questions about the CR-V, feel free to leave questions in the comment section below, or visit us right here on Route 30 in Greensburg and ask for me, Justin Thompson, or visit us on smailhonda.com. Thanks for watching.
Oh, there we go. I said that was a great video. You're always so good at doing that and
I appreciate it. Hey, Taylor, can I just say that I got confirmation from service that the shifter is sealed. So the customer or whoever asked the question before, if you spilled something in there, it is sealed. So you can rest assured that no liquid is going to get down in there.
There we go. So we got, I believe it was Jeffy. We got his comment answered.
There we go.
So now we have the Pilot in front of us.
Awesome. This is the special edition Pilot, guys. So the Pilot has a few different trim lines. This is a step above the EXL, okay? And the EXL trim line for the Pilot is going to have the leather interior and stuff. The EXL, or excuse me, the special edition is going to add the painted black wheels. They're the 20-inch wheels. The roof rails as well. You do have the hands-free power tailgate. It's the kick gate, so you can actually kick your foot underneath the back of the bumper, and it will open up the tailgate. So for anybody that has, you actually have to have the key fob on you. If Brian grabbed the key fob inside of the vehicle, if he goes around the back, there it goes.
Oh, there you go.
And that's nice for anybody that has their hands full. You know, if you have the kids, you got the groceries, whatever. You know, it just makes it easy opening the back tailgate and closing it as well. So you can do the same thing. But the special edition also adds the wireless phone charger, which I'm sure Brian's going to show you in a minute. It's in the front of the vehicle. The special edition badging, of course. And there's one other thing that I'm missing. It was... oh, the black interior accents. That's yep.
So this is 3 rows.
It is. So the Pilot is going to have a 3rd row, and it's standard in all the trim line.
Okay.
Yep. So that's the main difference. So a lot of customers ask, what's the difference between the Passport and the Pilot? And the Pilot is the main difference is that it has a 3rd row. You know, there's definitely more cargo space.
Okay. And then you can put them down.
Yep, absolutely. The back of the seat, even if you had the seats up, you can put the headrest down with the seats up if you needed more visibility out of the back. But yeah, you can fold the 3rd row down flat, and you can fold the 2nd row down flat. So if you needed cargo space all the way from the back of the tailgate to the front seats, you can have it.
And then can you get the Pilot's, can you get the, what is it, captain's chairs?
Yes.
In the middle row?
Yep. It's you can get them. It's optional in the Touring package, which is a step above the top. So you have the Touring 7-passenger and the 8-passenger. You have the Elite 7-passenger and 8-passenger.
Okay.
Yep. And then
So
the Black Edition has them standard, by the way. So
okay.
Yeah, that's really nice because there's a lot of times, I mean, someone does want, you know, the 3rd row because obviously they need all 8 seats, but there's sometimes where people are like, I want to keep my kids separate. So I'm going to put one kid in the back and one kid in the middle, but it's nice because when you have the captain's chairs, you can just, you know, sneak right through the center there. But it's also nice to have the 8-passenger because if you have one more person coming, you know, they have a seat too.
Yep. Yep.
I was saying, I feel like most back rows, they just have 2. So this one has 3, so it's 8.
Yeah, which is really nice because then at that point, it gives you the same like carrying capacity as driving a van, but for someone that prefers an SUV over a minivan.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, you can fit adults in the 3rd row, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's a fully functioning 3rd row, not where like, you know, your feet are up or you're crunched up. It's a fully comfortable back row.
Yeah, it really isn't cramped. I know that it tends to be that way with other manufacturers out there. They try to cram a 3rd row into a compact SUV and it doesn't work. But Honda did a great job at, you know, maximizing the cabin space inside and just having that room in the back. You know, as an adult, I might not travel one nonstop all the way to Florida, you know, but stuff around town and everything, you can actually fit in the back there. You can see Brian's putting up the sunshades on the windows there for the back row. That's great if you have anybody reading in the back, you get the sun gleaming through, you want to kind of douse the light a bit, you do that.
These seem like the perfect road trip vehicles.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Every time I'm in one, I'm like, where can we go? Let's go somewhere.
Mhm.
Yep.
They're super comfortable.
Oh yeah.
They are. And I'll tell you what, when we move vehicles around the lot, even we might grab a Pilot to, you know, put everybody in to kind of run around so they can, you know, get to other vehicles. It's a great, you know, just pack all your buddies, all your family in, the kids, everybody. Great vacation vehicle. It's got a lot of connectivity. You can have the rear entertainment center. The special edition doesn't have this, but Brian's kind of showing you the like the temperature gauge, excuse me, in the back. You do have 2 fast charging ports down below. So in the special edition, you're going to be able to charge your phones in the back seats too.
As we're moving around to the front, one thing that I wanted to touch on, because when I think of Hondas, I just think of how safe they are.
Yeah.
Maybe we could talk about some of the safety features that they have.
Honda has some of the best safety features since I've been in the business 18 years, and I'm astounded every day that I come in and what these vehicles have to offer. So on the Pilot and even the Passport that we just looked at, you're going to have forward collision brake mitigation. There's a radar in front of the Pilot that will actually calculate distance and speed. And if you are going to hit something in front of you and you're not paying attention, it'll apply the brakes for you automatically. So that same radar is used for your adaptive cruise control. And that lets you set your cruise when you're out on the highway if you're on a long trip. And then when you come upon a vehicle that's going slower, the vehicle will actually brake automatically. And when you get in the fast lane and nobody's in front of you, it'll put you back up to the speed you have previously set automatically. So it kind of eliminates braking and accelerating for you. It's a really cool feature. It makes driving a breeze. And you also have lane keep assist system and road departure mitigation to keep you centered in the lane when you're driving down the road. And those systems operate above 45 miles an hour and up to 90 miles an hour. You also have blind spot monitoring on the Passport as well, or excuse me, the Pilot. And
that's the lights.
Yeah, they actually have them on the A pillar on the inside of the vehicle. There's a little black box, and it has a car icon similar to like a CRV, that same kind of icon on the outside. So you have blind spot on the Pilot as well too.
Okay.
Just not on the.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jordan.
You can. A lot of people like that in all of the Honda cars that have the blind spot monitoring. You're able to have it audible and visual, or just visual. Some people don't like to have that beeping, you know, going on when people are passing them on the highway. So you do have the option to just have it so the light is on, you don't hear beep, but you're able to just glance over and see quickly if someone's in either of your blind spots. So that's really nice too.
Right.
That's a good point, Jordan, because with all the Hondas, and this is great to know as a consumer, is that you can completely customize the vehicle to operate the way you want. So if you want it to, you know, warn you a certain way or not warn you at all, you can do that. Yeah.
You can customize everything from the way your doors unlock, which ones unlock with the remote, which ones unlock with the door handles. You know, you can customize a lot with pretty much all of the Hondas. So people really like that. And we always set it up for them before they leave, which is really nice too.
I love the coloring of this vehicle, the contrasting the white with the black trim and then the black rims. It has such a sporty look to it. And then you can fit all these people in it. Like it's just, I think it's a great vehicle. The
special edition does give a nice look. It's becoming the most popular package for the Pilot, I think, so far this year.
Yeah, they took all the best features and kind of added them into one, which people really like.
The EXL trim line is really a nice package for Honda because it's kind of middle of the road on anything that you look at. It does add the leather interior, which a lot of people enjoy. But that special edition package just adds those little extras in there, which are nice. Yep.
Is there anything else about the Pilot that you think we should know?
Well, I'll tell you what. As far as connectivity and everything, just being in the vehicle, it is also available with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. which makes connecting your phone easy. I love it. I have it in my Accord, and I use it every single day that I drive my car. I plug my phone in every time I get in, and it just it's neat. I like that about Hondas right now. So
yeah, that wireless charging pad is a really good feature that people love too.
Yep.
You just set your phone on there. As long as you don't have a case on that has, anything on the back of it, you're able to just set your phone down and it'll just, charge as it sits there. And it's on like a rubber pad, so it doesn't go flying around. It's really a nice feature.
Right. I know the wires sometimes get, just in the way. So that would be really nice just to set it down and it's handled.
So convenient.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think we're going to start heading over to the Ridgeline. Just a reminder to everyone watching, keep commenting, asking any questions. We're definitely going to do our best to make sure that we answer all of them. As we're walking over there, Jordan, didn't you recently win an award?
I did. So I applied for this award. They did announce the winners, which I wasn't chosen, but that's okay. It was my very first year doing it. It's my first year in the car business anyway. So, I was just honored that Lindsay, my boss, had presented this to me and, said this would be a great opportunity for you. And Brian was willing to make me an amazing video for the contest. So it was nice to just put myself out there, in a different way from my typical day-to-day work here.
We have that video that we can show everyone. You're obviously a winner to all of us. You would have won for us, but we'll show everyone that video.
My name's Jordan Richards, and I'm a sales and leasing consultant at Smail Honda in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. I started waitressing when I was 15 years old, and I made the leap into the auto industry 1 week after my 24th birthday. I was approached by one of the Honda sales managers while I was waitressing to apply for a job selling cars. I was hesitant at first because I knew nothing about cars other than how to drive one, but what I did know was customer service and good work ethic. I started into this business 10 days before Pennsylvania had a state-mandated shutdown. I watched as all my new coworkers, who happened to be all male, worried and stressed about what would come of the future and what would be held for the auto industry, which is obviously an industry that helps hold up Pennsylvania's economy. And I wondered what would happen to me, a young, new female, no experience. I had no customers, no client base, and I just really worried, where would I be at the end of all of this? But I did what I knew how to do. I went home and I went to work. I plugged in my iPad. I plugged away at internet leads. We were allowed to be open for online sales and like emergency type situations where someone needed a car. And that's actually how I sold my very first car. I'll never forget driving the van back across Pennsylvania to my dealership and thinking the whole time, did I really do it? Did I really just sell this car? And I did. 7 months into my journey of selling cars, I hit the first goal that I had set for myself, which was to sell 100 cars. The support and encouragement that I got and recognition from hitting that goal from all my coworkers, family, my bosses was really amazing, and that's what really made hitting that goal feel so great. There's absolutely a home for women in the auto industry in all aspects of the auto industry. I still get the occasional person who thinks I'm the greeter or the secretary or the salesman's assistant, but I know how capable I am and I know my product, and whenever that customer does work with me, they will also see how capable I am. If you would have told me a year ago that I'd be working in the car industry, making a name for myself, and loving going to work every day, I would have asked you if you bumped your head. It's not just selling cars for me, it's making real connections with my customers and making sure they know that they have me as long as they have a car from me. I really love that in this business, the sky truly is the limit, and with hard work and passion, you really can accomplish whatever it is that you want to. I feel very fortunate to live in a world where women can be anything they want to be. Accomplishing all of the things that I have so far in just less than a year in this industry has really inspired me to keep going and making new goals and setting new achievements for myself. It may be a male-driven field, but hard work and determination are not gender-specific, and neither is the success that you can create for yourself.
Nice.
Not too many people can say they got their start in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, I think I'm the first person ever to make like a major career change and then have a 2-month vacation. I mean, but, it all worked out. So.
Well, you've been doing amazing. So
well, thank you.
Whatever you've been doing, it's been working.
Thank you.
Yep.
So now we have the Ridgeline in front of us.
Absolutely. Yeah, the new 2021 Ridgeline is finally here. We've been waiting a while for this, you know?
Feels like a long
It
time.
does.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you'll
know-
notice the front fascia is completely different on the new Ridgeline, which a lot of Honda's clients were hoping for. We wanted to make this look a little bit different from the rest of the vehicles. So
More aggressive looking.
it is. Yeah, it's got a sporty, rugged kind of feel, which is what Honda wanted to they wanted to go that direction. They wanted it to be more of like a off-roady kind of, vehicle. And they did a great job, I think.
I'll say I
that's
really
cool.
like the look of it.
Yep.
The feedback's been great too. Everyone seems to love it.
Yep. Now this is the Sport, so this is the entry level, believe it or not, and it's going to have a lot of features in it. It's going to have, you can see the daytime running lights are LED. They got a nice, headlamp package there. It's really, really bright whenever you turn them on. You got the fog lamps on there, even for the Sport. Now this is the a particular package. It's called the HPD package. And that adds the fender flares. You get the, you see the wheels there are actually a lot different. So, Honda's adding a little spice to it. They got the chrome, or the bronze wheels, I should say. So they have the 18-inch bronze wheels, the front grille, of course, the rear emblem HPD, which is on the back of the tailgate.
Those rims, I really love them.
They're different, and that's what Honda's trying to do. They're trying to, just spice it up. Yep, Honda Performance Development is what HP.
I like that the wheels
HPD.
match, that little strip on that logo there. It really ties it all together and makes it look super cool.
I have a buddy of mine. I'm sorry, Taylor. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine that's looking for the black edition for the Ridgeline, and whenever it comes in, he's going to come in and get one. But he has a Ridgeline right now, so he's really excited about the new look, and that's coming from a Ridgeline owner from the older generation. So he really likes that decal as well, and I agree. It's got a nice look to it, and it matches the wheels. Honda did they knocked it out of the park with the Ridgeline. They really did. I mean, it's just a great truck. It's going to have everything on the inside like the previous years. So it's going to look like a 20 on the inside, but on the outside, that's a different story.
I love the outside. I know this tailgate is something of its own. Can you tell us a little bit about all that it does?
Sure. Yeah, the tailgate is, it's kind of neat with the Ridgeline with Honda. You can pull it down just like Brian just showed, but you can actually put it up, and then there's a handle on the right-hand side underneath where you can swing the gate open. Yep, right there. And that makes it easier to get to the back of the tailgate to be able to push something in there, So if you're using the payload in the back of the truck, it just makes getting into your truck easy. When you put that tailgate down the regular way, you kind of, are stretching to really reach into the truck. So that helps out. You also have the bin below there that opens up. And that is actually, you have the Smart Pass keyless entry with the Ridgeline as well. So when the vehicle is locked, that's going to lock. And you can put whatever you want down there. You can use it as a storage bin. There's even a drain plug right there. You can put ice and sodas in there, or for tailgating.
If you go fishing, I was saying, you can fill it up with ice and put your fish in there, and then just open the drain and hose it out whenever you're done.
I like that, and I thought of that too. I go trout fishing stuff if I ever went and didn't have my cooler with me. You could put ice down there, throw the fish in there, and they're good to go. They're good when you get home.
Yeah, but it's watertight too, so you could go to the grocery store, put all your groceries in there, close it, and not have to worry, even if it's pouring down rain, that they're going to get wet.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So there's a ton of different things you can do with that space.
Absolutely. In the higher trim lines for the bed of the truck, you do have the rear, it's the audio system for the truck bed. So for tailgating, you can have the audio system and switch it from the head unit, the touchscreen inside, to the back of the tailgate. So you'll have all your music coming out of the back of the truck, which is awesome.
I was just thinking, I want to take this to a Steeler game.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And again, in the higher trim lines, you have the 115 volt, the 2-prong power outlet in the back. So you can plug a flat screen in there too. How about that?
Camping, how we were talking about fishing, you have those power outlets, the speakers. just any kind of outdoor activity, this truck is the one that you definitely want for entertainment and just comfortability.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Something I think is really great about the bed of the Ridgeline as well, you can see how low profile the wheel wells are. So you don't have those up in the bed taking up a lot of space. So
Yep.
if you're carrying sheets of drywall or, any type of wood paneling, something like that, you're able to lay them flat, which is really nice. You don't have to kind of figure out how you're going to get them in there, on top of the wheel wells.
That's a good point. It does free up a lot of space in the bed.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you have the hooks all the way around too to tie things down. So if you do put something in there, there's hooks, kind of nicely spaced all throughout the bed that, you can use to tie things down.
Mm-hmm. If I were to drive a pickup, this would be the one that I would want.
Same.
And the Ridgeline's just been rated at the top of the list, really, for years running now. With vehicles like the Toyota Tacoma, and you got it's just the smaller trucks like a Nissan Frontier or something like that. It's just the reviews are great. It's a very sought after truck, and we're excited to have the 21 now. Finally here, and the RTL, the RTLE, and the Black Edition should be coming soon. We hope to get those in here as soon as possible. And I'll be putting up the content online as well for those out there watching the videos. So we're excited.
So we'll go ahead to the cabin area then and see what it looks like inside.
Yep. And for anybody that has, a 19, 20, an 18 Ridgeline, it's going to look very similar on the inside. You're able to put those back seats up. There's a handle on the side. When you lift it up, you can actually prop the seat up. So if you had like a toolbox or something in the back, you can put things down.
I always say for that, it's really nice. So if you put both of them up, this is really great for dog people. You can put, a nice blanket down on the floor and then get your dog right in there. One, it saves the dog from having to jump higher up onto the seat, and it's a little safer for them so that they're, down on the floor and secure. So I really like this for dog owners as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So very spacious in the back.
It is. The other side does the same thing, and then you just pull the handle back down. Nope. The actual handle, you just release it there. Yep. And then that brings it down. And then that the little bar will snap into the floor there, as you can see. Yep. But they opened up the doors in the back a little bit as well. So they made the back doors swing open. It makes it getting into the back of the truck a lot easier too. Honda's been doing a good job about that. They do this on the CRV, I love to point out. It almost opens 90 degrees. So.
Yeah, it seems like Honda always is very good about listening to, customer feedback and what's going to work maybe a little bit better than before. And when they redo a vehicle for a redesign, it seems like they always, change those things, and people love it even more than the last one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They have the cup holders in the door there, you can see. They even have that little compartment I like to say is for your cell phone, but you can put whatever you want in there,
And I was to say, if we're done with the back, then we'll move ahead to the front, front seats. I would say it doesn't even look like a pickup truck when you first look at it. It just
right. Yep. It's got a lot of connectivity features inside as well, so for the Sport, the RTL, RTLE, the Black Edition, they're all going to have the same interior space. It's all going to be the same. It's just adding extra features and stuff like that.
And even for the cloth interior, I think the cloth interior in the Ridgeline is super nice. It's got a sporty look because it has a slight pattern to it. It's a great cloth interior.
Yep. And then you go to the RTL to get the heated front leather trim seats. So that's the package that starts the leather interior.
Okay.
Yep.
Out of all the vehicles we've been looking at, they just all look so comfortable and spacious. And I think that would be one of the most important things to me in a vehicle.
Absolutely. Driving the Ridgeline down the road, it feels like you're just in an SUV, really. It's not built off a ladder type frame, which a lot of bigger trucks are. And that gives them that rugged kind of bumpy feeling when you're out on the road. You really feel every pothole that you ride over. That's not the case with the Ridgeline. It's the unibody structure, and it feels like you're in an SUV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it drives very similar to like the feel of, like the Passport. So it handles great. It's not intimidating to drive and park, and it handles very comfortably.
Yep, I agree.
Is there anything else about the Ridgeline that maybe we should know, or?
The Ridgeline does have some options. So you have the HPD. I think I said that right, package, which gives you everything that you have out there, of course, that you see on there. They have some other packages that I'm kind of learning about. We're all learning about, like a utility package, which will add running boards. They're the die-cast running boards. So if you've ever seen these, they're like they're like all black. They kind of have like a little material, like a bed liner type feel. A non-slick material. I don't know how else to say that. Roof rails that will be black, and then you have the crossbars as well. So that's called the utility package. And then you have a function package, which is going to give you a first aid kit. So, never know what's going to happen. The truck bed cargo net. You're going to have the in-bed truck cargo net and the in-bed, cargo dividers too. I know that we don't have any real pictures of these. They are in any parts book, or if you go online to honda.com, I'm sure you're going to be able to see pictures of this stuff. And then the last one is called a Function Plus package. And this has the first aid kit. You have the truck bed cargo net, the in-bed trunk cargo net, I know they all sound the same. In-bed cargo dividers, and the hard truck bed cover. So I love that. That's like the trifold tonneau cover.
Mm-hmm.
Which a lot of people were adding anyway to it. So it's nice that they put it in a package where you get a couple other things as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I know another very popular vehicle for you guys is the Civic.
Yes.
We have a video of that we'll go ahead and show, the 2021 Civic.
Nice.
It's Justin Thompson here at Smail Honda in Greensburg, PA, here to take you on an overview of the new 2021 Honda Civic sedan, the EXL trim line. Let's check it out. So on the 2021 Honda Civic sedan, the EXL trim line that we have in a GN blue, it's going to come equipped with what's called Honda Sensing, which is your forward collision brake mitigation system. You also have your road departure mitigation system, lane keep assist system, and your adaptive cruise control. The vehicle is going to come equipped with what's called a lane watch camera on the right side mirror, which will give you a display on the internal touchscreen of your blind spot on the right-hand side of the vehicle. You do have a backup camera on the vehicle with 3 camera angle views, and you'll also have your Smart Pass keyless entry system and a standard remote start from the factory. On the interior of the vehicle, it's going to come equipped with a leather trimmed interior with heated seats, a leather wrapped steering wheel, and a leather wrapped shifter knob. You also have free Sirius XM satellite radio for 3 months. It's well equipped with AM/FM stereo. You also have the Bluetooth connection for your cell phone with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility as well. The vehicle also has 60/40 split folding seats in the back that can be accessed to put them down, through the trunk. And you got a nice big trunk in the Civic sedan as well. Spare tire, of course, with your jack and tools in order to change a tire underneath. You also have a moonroof with the EXL model. And you also have automatic headlamps. You can simply put it on the auto setting on your headlamp switch and not have to worry about turning your lights on at night or off during the day. It'll do it automatically for you. You also have automatic high beams at night in this setting. So the warranty on the Hondas is a 3-year, 36,000 mile comprehensive warranty. That's going to take care of all the internal features, all the electronics in the vehicle. And you also have a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty, which are all the major driving components, your engine, drivetrain, transmission. And that's the overview on the new 2021 Honda Civic sedan and the EXL trim line. Appreciate you watching the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below. Visit us online at smailhonda.com.
So for everyone tuning in, if you have any questions about the Civic, go ahead and leave them and we'll do our best to answer those. We now have Dana with us. How are you, Dana?
Good. How are you?
Good. Did you guys want to, go ahead and say whatever you were wanting to say?
I'm here just to tell everyone about the exciting news from Honda Finance. They started out with 0%. We've never seen them do that before. We've always been looking at 0.9 or 1.9, which is great, but Honda really stepped it up this year to kind of help out their customers through the COVID pandemic. So we're offering 0% on most of our lines, just to help out people and, show our appreciation for being great Honda customers. Smail has been in business for such a long time, and we take great pride in being one of the best places to work for in our county. And we also are very excited to help out and give back to our community through the many outreach that we do. So we love sponsoring our local youth sports teams. We're always very excited every year to do our Troops First campaign and the breast cancer awareness, and also the very competitive Smail 500 for the food drive for the Westmoreland County Food Bank. So that's really all the fun stuff that we have going on in Honda Finance. I just had maybe a couple customer reviews I wanted to read out to everyone so they can hear the great things that our customers are saying about us. Mary wanted to speak about Tom. She said Tom was a perfect salesperson for our senior customer like us that haven't purchased a new car since the 80s. He was very sympathetic and gentle throughout the whole experience. We'd buy another car from him again. Thanks, Tom. Cindy wrote that we're very pleased with the purchase of our 2020 Honda CRV from Smail Honda. Our salesperson, Jordan Richards, was very personable and professional. She answered all of our questions and was able to point out the features of our new vehicle with a very easy to understand manner. Thanks, Jordan. The entire experience was very positive. CJ wrote that Smail Honda did an absolutely fantastic job with our purchase. We went in to look at a 2-year-old Ridgeline. The team was great in answering all of our questions, and their finance team was top notch. They were able to get a rate lower for us than our own credit union. After the purchase, Justin made sure to explain all the bells and whistles on the new car and check up on us afterwards to make sure how our truck was doing. And then Brooke wrote that she had such a great experience with Greg Williams at Smail Honda. He was super patient and helpful while we looked and test drove a variety of different cars. He definitely helped us make the decision, and we love our new Passport.
You guys definitely have such a great team over there. Everyone loves their experience when they come to Smail Honda.
We do. We have a great team, great salespeople, great managers, great service. We're all here, and go above beyond and try to bend over backwards to make our customers happy.
And so we have some really amazing finance offers going on right now too. So everyone should definitely check those out. We have Wendi from Service also joining us. Hi, Wendi. I think her mic is, there we go. You can hear us now. Hello. Okay. We wanted to ask you, what can people expect once they buy a Honda, what the service experience is like?
Oh, we have a great Honda service. Our technicians have 30 plus years of experience or more, our master technicians. They are Honda certified. We do a multi-point inspection when you come in. It's courtesy to every customer. We check all the fluids, tread levels, make sure that any safety concerns that you have on your car are noted and that you know what's coming up. Hondas are known to be last forever, but you need to do upkeep. So Honda recommends certain fluids be changed at 30,000 miles, 60,000 miles, just to keep it alive for a very long time.
I know that Hondas they really last.
Yeah, and we have some great advisors. They've been around forever. We have a 20-year vet here who has customers that they just love coming in. We have a great waiting room that you have free beverages, coffee, tea, Wi-Fi, so that if you do decide to wait, you can. We have a shuttle to the mall, to the new casino. And so you have time and places to go. And we can also shuttle you to and from the local area. Like if you have to get to work and you're in the Greensburg area, we can get you to work as well.
Yeah, very accommodating to make the process very easy. Doesn't have to be a burden or anything out of your day.
And we try to explain things so that you understand. You don't have to be a technician to understand what's going on with your car.
Right.
Cars nowadays are so much more computer oriented, so you have a lot more lights that come on, a lot more sensors, a lot of things that happen with the push starts and so forth.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem.
I was going to say, I don't know if anyone else in the comments or if anyone has any more questions. We're going to be wrapping up this live. Even after this video, you can still comment and we'll do our best to get back to you and make sure all your questions are answered. Did you have anything you wanted to say before we go, Justin?
No, maybe a couple things. The Ridgeline, the new 2021 Ridgeline, we're really excited to have it here. So I think that everybody should be excited about that. We are. Hopefully we're going to see some traffic on that soon. And then also the new 2022 Honda Civic is going to be a redesign, and we're really excited about that. Not a whole lot of information on that one just yet. A lot of videos online though, so if any of our customers wanted to check it out, Honda on honda.com, you can actually go on their website and check out a video of the new 2022 redesign, and I think it's going to be great. I think the Civic is it's just going to give it a new look, and I think the customers are going to love it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. We have a lot of people ask about it. The Civic is a car that's been around for so long. Everyone at one point in their life has been in one or owned one, or they know someone that had one. Like when I was in high school, I always said my first car is going to be a Civic. It's they're known for being safe and reliable, and it'll be cool to see what they do with it this time.
Absolutely.
Well, if we don't have any more questions, I guess that'll kind of wrap up this video. If you guys do have any more questions, like I said, keep commenting. Justin and Jordan will get back to you, and we'll make sure that everything's answered. But thank you so much for joining us for the 2021 Smail Honda Virtual Auto Show, and we'll see you guys again next time.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.